do some dang pull downs, do some dang pull-ups, do some dang rows, Nutricartel, do some dang pull-ups, mental endurance, do some dang pull downs, Nutricartel,
live on the site, please.
do some dang deadlifts, mental endurance.
I just know something bad is going to happen.
Hi, my name's Harvey Finkelstein. I'm with Jewish Family Services. We just came in.
I'll link below where to get it with the discount code. Live on the site. Thank you, please.
What up? What up? It's Garage GYMHOMIE, baby. And today, I'm going over my list of Apollon Nutrition worst to best supplements, in my opinion, man. My favorite to least favorite hitters. Is it worth it? Before we get into this here, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you, man. So click subscribe and let's get into this, man. God bless all you homies. Hope you're feeling amazing, man. Living from here, staying out of here. I wanted to put a spotlight on Apollon Nutrition. Great brand right here. And I don't think there's any brand, I don't think so, that I've done as many reviews for as Apollon Nutrition products. I doubt it. I mean, I have reviewed 40 Apollon Nutrition videos, plus all the times they've made my top 10s, top 5s, all those lists, so even more. Plus the shorts I've made, I mean, that's a lot. So I don't think there's any brand I've done more reviews for. Great brand, and I've done a lot of reviews for like 3 versions of one Hooligan Bare Knuckle, 3 versions of this, they keep coming out with, I think I've done 4 reviews just for overtime. I mean, I've done a lot of videos. So I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna tell you my least favorite to most favorite, and put some love on Apollon and give it to you straight, man. This is just my opinion, homie. That's all this is, man. So my least favorite Apollon Nutrition product is Assassin 6.5. I had the worst pre-workout experience ever with that pre-workout. Most of it was my fault. I overdid it, and me and the homies ruined our day. Almost scared me away from pre-workouts completely, but they couldn't hold me down, man. They tried to destroy GGH, man. You can go see my video for Assassin 6.5. It was years back, and quite a day that I had, man. So that was my least favorite, and I'm not going to be able to give that one any love, man. The next one up on the list is Apollon Nutrition Over the Top. It's just not a supplement for me. I think it's probably, as far as efficacious dosages and loaded formulas, I mean, it's freaking crazy loaded. It was a little heavy on the stomach for me, and it's just not something that I would keep going back to. I'm more of a kind of simpler guy, so it just wasn't a very memorable product for me personally, or a product that I would continue to use. But I mean, it's not a bad product. I'm sure it's an amazing product. Just for me, it wouldn't stand in something I would keep in my regimen, but that's just me personally. The next one up on the list is Apollon Nutrition Chaos. Now, Chaos, I'm going to tell you this. Chaos used to be one of my favorite regular use fat burners ever. I mean, it made my top list. I loved it. Now I can't use it anymore. And I still want to say, just a disclaimer, as far as fat burners on the market, I don't think there's any better thermogenic. I'll say that right now. I mean, I give respect to Chaos. There's nothing better in the thermogenic department. For me, I can't use anything above really like 25 milligrams of GBB, or I suffer for hours. And I must be very sensitive to the ingredient, but it's like death for me. So I just steer away from Apollon Nutrition Chaos. If I like GBB, I don't think there'd be a better thermogenic. I mean, talk about getting excess water retention out and getting ripped. As I said, I still give respect to the product, but it's not for me. I can't do the GBB, man. I just cannot do the GBB. Next up on the list, and for the same reason, is Apollon Black Tulip. Awesome thermogenic pre-workout. Probably the best thermogenic pre-workout on the market as far as making you sweat and getting excess water, like as close to a real fat-burning pre-workout as you can get. But I can't use it because the problem with GBB for me is after I'm done training, that's when the sweating kicks in, and then I gotta go to work, shower, and I just can't stop sweating, and it's freaking miserable. I got beads coming down my forehead and stuff, so I steer away from those products. The next one up that I liked even more than that was Universal Soldier. Solid freaking nootropic, nothing crazy. It doesn't really have the, it's not a stim junkie product. It's not the most memorable product, which is why it goes toward the bottom of the list. Super solid, dosed out nootropic powder formula. It is what it is. It's just not for me going up toward the top. It's a solid nootropic formula. I've recommended it to a lot of people, and I think it even made my top 5 list of nootropics the year it came out. Above that, Dusk Till Dawn. Now, Dusk Till Dawn is actually a great, so what I like that even more than Universal Soldier, great regular use sleep supplement. I've recommended it a lot. It's a hitter sleep supplement. The ashwagandha, you might think I'm complaining about all these ingredients. The ashwagandha gives me like a hangover the next day that I can't shake. It's a tricky ingredient, and that ingredient affects me. So I don't really go back over and over to Dusk Till Dawn. I think it's good on like half a scoop would be a good dose for me probably. So that's toward, the bottom. Now we're starting to come up to the stuff that I actually really, so those are the ones just to get out of the way that I really don't vibe with that well. I mean, just to give it to you straight, man, I'm not going to be apologetic or anything. They're all, I could all say they're great products. I just don't vibe with them personally. I mean, that's the truth. So the one that's next on the list, I got a big list here, so I'm looking. The casein protein, freaking delicious. I did the chocolate peanut butter. I actually recently reviewed it. Killer freaking label, sick freaking protein, tastes amazing. It's toward the bottom because I personally don't like keep casein in my regimen, but as far as a casein protein gets, I mean, you're not going to get a better tasting one, first of all, that I've ever had. I've never had a better tasting casein protein. But it's a casein, so it's not like I would keep whey in my regimen. I'd even keep the 50-50, which we're going to talk about. So that's toward the bottom, but still, I mean, I loved using it. Absolutely loved using it. Next up on the list, hot rice. I thought this was a great freaking product. I give this one major love. I highly recommend this. It is the best cream of rice product, or best, it's cream of rice, I guess. It's shredded up rice, and it tastes freaking fire. I've had the blueberry, I had the chocolate. Highly recommend it. It's a freaking hitter product. I have nothing negative to say about it at all. It's a great product and a great clean carb, and I highly recommend this product. Next up on the list that I like even more than hot rice, Assassin 7. Assassin 7 was a very feel-good, nice pre-workout. Really solid, feel-good pre-workout. Thought it was really nice. I used it, freaking hit great. I came back to it, it was still good. I think they have a lot of pre-workouts that are a lot better than Assassin 7, but it was a solid hitter. Nothing negative to say about it. As far as pre-workouts go, it's toward the bottom for me. The one I liked even a little more than Assassin 7 was Panda Face Off, the Panda Face Off collab that they did. That one really slapped me nicely. I thought it was a great pre. It was a loaded Stim Junkie pre. You might find a common theme with me. I love Alpha Yo. I love Alpha Yo in pre-workouts. So to me, I really enjoyed the Panda Face-Off collab. I thought they did it. Panda doesn't use Alpha Yo in any of their pre-workouts, so this was the first one. Apollon talked him into using Alpha Yo. God bless Apollon for it. And I really liked it, man. Really enjoyed that one. But even better than Panda Face-Off, Bloody Hell, man. Bloody Hell is freaking awesome. Bloody Hell, those punk pills work better than a ton of fully loaded powder pump formulas on the market. I had a list this last year with my top pump pills. I could only think of 4 pump pills that made the list. I couldn't even come up with the top 5, and Bloody Hell was one of the 4. It is an awesome freaking stackable pump pills. You throw it on anything, and it just enhances the freaking pump experience. Love Bloody Hell. One of those consistent, fun to use is the way to describe it. It's just a fun to use pump pill supplement. So I really liked it. But even a little better than Bloody Hell, Apollon Nutrition Lionheart. I thought this was a really hitter, regular use pre-workout. I'm trying not to use the word daily driver. Regular use pre-workout. I really thought it was a healthy, feel good, sense of well-being, nice formula. I recall there's not much pump in there, so it makes it a good opportunity to stack something on it, Blood Sport or Bloody Hell or whatever the heck you want. You're free to do that. But this was a really nice, this exceeded my expectations. I thought this was a hitter, man. I thought Lionheart, it's not a Stim Junkie product, it's just a feel-good daily driver that delivers. One of their good products, but even a little better than Lionheart. Surprisingly, Furiosa. Furiosa pills had me on one. I almost puked, I think, from day. Those boys freaking slapped me, dude. When I first took it, maybe my stim tolerance wasn't as crazy then as when I took it back then. But those little punk pills, pre-workouts in a pill, I thought was a very cool, innovative kind of thing, and I thought that they delivered awesome, man. Furiosa just gave me a very good energy, very nice head high. I'm trying to remember, I've reviewed so much stuff, but I remember it just being an awesome freaking experience. Those were keepers for me, that Furiosa. Really freaking liked it. But even better than Furiosa is Shogun. I freaking love Shogun. And you know what? Shogun, I came to find out later, I didn't even know it. I think it had 50 milligrams of GBB2. Maybe I'm wrong, but it didn't affect me like Chaos did for whatever reason, or Black Tulip. It didn't make me feel like death. I was flying when I first took Shogun. When Shogun came out and I reviewed it, dude, I remember biking, doing cardio. It had to be the summertime because I remember biking outside before I reviewed it, and I was so freaking focused. It was a great high stim, freaking awesome experience. I was a big fan of Shogun. I think they're coming out with a new version. I thought it was great, but even a little better than Shogun is the newest Hooligan. I actually, when Hooligan, the last version came out, I reviewed it. I don't know why it felt underwhelming to me. Then they had a newer version, the newest one now, and I reviewed it again, and it freaking grew on me, dude. I felt like a freaking legend training on it. I felt like the sickest freaking pumps from it. I just felt a nootropic head high. I felt good, a great sense of well-being. I felt just awesome on it, man. I was high on it. I mean, it gave me a really good buzz, and I just felt it had more backbone than the last one. So it really goes toward the top of this list. I mean, we're really right there in the middle of the list. There's so many. What I really like, even a little, I'm not going to say I like this more than Hooligan. I'm going to say I like this the same as Hooligan as far as like their tier. Enigma. Enigma, they seem to kept the same formula because it's so freaking loaded, and it tastes good. It is always made my top intra-workout formulas every year since I've used it. It is a awesome freaking, I mean, there is no more, I don't think it has any of the cheap carbs in it. I think it's just a loaded, awesome intra-workout EAA formula that has everything you want in it, and it feels light on the stomach. It just is a consistent, great product to use, man. You might say, I can't believe Enigma's up there. Enigma's up there, man. Enigma is a freaking hitter, man. Even a little better than Enigma. Close to the same level, but even a little better. We're working our way up toward my favorites here, man. Assassin 6. I don't know why 6.5 was such a world of difference of experience, but I liked Assassin 6 better than 7. Some of the strongest physical energy in a pre-workout. Back when I had it, I had no stim tolerance. That thing slapped me. Heart rate up, I mean, focus. I was freaking on one, man. Assassin 6 was a great, I've used that one a lot, and I thought it was an awesome freaking pre-workout. And the next one might even surprise you, what I liked better than Assassin 6. Hooligan Youngblood. Dude, Hooligan Youngblood was so surprising to me how it felt. Because I think it was, I might be talking out of turn. I think it was only 400 milligrams of caffeine. And you might say, only? Well, that's freaking pretty low considering we're talking about Apollon. And it had the greatest, I don't want to say the greatest. It had an amazing head high. It just delivered. It felt good. I had great focus. It didn't feel super unhealthy or too stimmed up, but it felt awesome to train on. This one like totally exceeded my expectations. I liked Hooligan Youngblood even better than Hooligan. I mean, that might be an unpopular opinion, but I did. And what I liked, even just as much, same level, just as much. These are all going to be on the same level, these next few here. Isoblast. Apollon Nutrition. Robic sent me over for me and the girls in Isoblast. Dude, I have never had a better experience in my life as far as inclusions go in a protein. I stand by that right now. Isoblast is so fun. I'm talking about like full freaking cookie pieces in there, dude. Every time I used it was so I looked forward to it every time. I was like, it was like I'm cheating. Like I'm drinking freaking cookies, dude. Cookies and milk. Cookies and milk is what we called you in the pen, homie, now that I think of it, cookies and milk. Anyway, man, don't make me smack you, cookies and milk, because I'm on one right now, and I'm talking about, and I'm fired up, and I don't want to lose my train of thought, cookies and milk. But love that Isoblast. And even really on the same level, maybe I like this even a little more, is Apollon 50/50. 50/50, I love, see, I wouldn't get their casein personally, but their 50/50 I love. You can make your own 50/50 if you have the casein and the Isoblast, but this is nice because you're getting it mixed up for you. I've had their peanut butter cookie, I think was the one. Dude, it is so freaking delicious, man. You might cry about their pre-workouts because you're a little freaking baby and you need to take your mother's, nipple out of your mouth, but that was a little aggressive, homie. I didn't mean to get that aggressive, man. That was ugly. I apologize, man. Your mother's nipple is probably not in your mouth, but you are a little baby, homie. And but you ain't gonna complain about their protein flavors. I'll tell you that right now, homie. Do not make me spank you, cookies and milk. That freaking 50/50 is a slamma-jamma, baby. I love that thing right there. And I love having the protein blend, the 50% of each. Really good, man. Even a little better than that, Time Cop. Freaking love, you hear how many products I've reviewed by these fine folks? Time Cop is an awesome pre-workout. I'm talking, I had 7 hours of freaking head high, man. I love Time Cop. V2 had me going. I mean, I was so fired up in my review, stim the heck up, focus, mood elevation on one, homie. Love Time Cop. Haven't tried the newest version, but I love Time Cop. Even a little better than Time Cop, though. Bloodsport. I think this thing right here, dude, there are very few times in my life where I've had the crazy vascular pump the dry look that Bloodsport gives. You take some Bloodsport, stackable, unflavored. Now I know they have a flavored one, haven't tried it yet. The unflavored was just fine for me because I would never take Bloodsport by itself, really. It's always something I'd stack on. Freaking, dude, you look like you want to walk up on stage. The vascularity is nuts, the look it gives you. It is just my ideal pump. Freaking love Bloodsport. And this is so high on the list because this is something you could just use over and over. It's like Time Cop. I love it, but I can't use it over and over and over and over because it's just so high stim. It's like, how much can you use it? But Bloodsport is so guilt-free, and the nitrates and the this and the that, and you just feel like a freak. You literally feel good on it. Like, you feel good on it. It's freaking awesome. So above Bloodsport, what do I got? Man, we're toward the top 5 right here, man. Overtime. Overtime, I've reviewed, as I said, 3 or 4 of these. I think 4 of them. Always delivers, man. I'm talking about 7-hour experience of mood elevation. I had tears of joy the last time I took freaking Overtime. I mean, it's high stim, but it just feels so good. And it's so versatile. You could throw some freaking, that's when you would throw the flavored Bloodsport on freaking Overtime because they're pills. See, I was wrong. You can use it with some pills or whatever, some Furiosa, whatever. Overtime is awesome. It's so versatile. You can use it as a fat burner, a nootropic, a pre-workout, whatever the heck you want. And it's just an amazing experience, all-day experience, no crash, no come down. I think it's awesome. But I even like, on the same level or a little above, this is a long video, man. Assassin V8. I thought this was my favorite Assassin. V8 is my favorite Assassin that I've used. I only started at V6, so between V6, 6.5, 7, and 8. V8 has been my favorite. It had the best Alpha Yo experience. It had the best head high for me. It had the best all-day energy. The cleanest euphoric one. My favorite Assassin V8, and it made my top 10 Stim Junkie pre-workout list this year. But even a little better than Assassin V8 was Mad Mad World. Mad Mad World was like Assassin V8, but upgraded. It was Assassin V8 on TRT. And the cleanest euphoric head high, whatever I just said about Assassin V8, but more. Clean, euphoric head high, awesome, flying, felt amazing, not illicit, just freaking clean as clean gets with the focus and energy and mood. Freaking hitter, Mad Mad World. But even on same level as Mad Mad World, or even a little above, but definitely same level, Double Impact V2. The strongest Alpha Yo experience I've ever had in an Apollon product, which I'm just a sucker for the Alpha Yo. I love Double Impact V2. I thought it was amazing. And here's my #1 favorite Apollon product of all time. This is it, man. Hooligan Bare Knuckle, my baby. I freaking love that thing. I love it. I get the pumps from Bloodsport, plus the betas. You got to feel the betas to be an alpha, homie. Plus the all-around, just non-stim nootropic experience. Tastes good to me. Freaking feels amazing to train on. It's the most fun non-stim pre-workout in my regimen right now. I love it. I get excited every time I use it. It's my favorite Apollon product. End of freaking story, man. It's my favorite Apollon product, Hooligan Bare Knuckle. The rest are all great. They're all good. I've given you the list, my opinion. That's what I got. I'll link below where to get them with a discount code if you want them to knock off some big cash. God bless all you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Together, let's get this dang muscle. I'm out.